Good morning.
Good morning.
We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you're wanting? You enjoy the evolution of your desire? You realize that we are taking thought beyond that which it has been before? That while this is a gathering of satisfying much of what you have come for, depending upon where you are in relationship to your desire. In other words, some of you have things you want to know about, and your vibrational proximity to that desire is not so far from it. So some soft, light conversation here with you focusing and achieving vibrational alignment with the answer. You move right into the vicinity of it and you receive it fully. But sometimes your life experience has you focused in a way that you are so much more aware of where you stand, which is not where you want to be, that even though you are articulating a question that really defines what you want to know or need to know or want to achieve or need to achieve, but you are so involved in the where you are, you're so aware that you don't know the answer or that you don't know what to do. You feel so discouraged or disappointed or resentful or angry or confused, or you just simply are more aware of the absence of what you want than what you want. So without even knowing it or meaning to, you've trained yourself into the vibrational habit of a thought or energy vibration that is so full of resistance, meaning it's about what you don't want rather than about what you do want. And of course, that's always an obvious first step. You always know more clearly what you do want when you know what you don't want. And sometimes life shows you through what you're living exactly what you don't want. But when that happens, an equal, proportionate, what you do want, the other side of that is born out of it. And when what you do want is born out of it, it becomes a vibrational point of attraction that begins to amass all circumstances and events in order to give you the full manifestation of what you want. But if you are still so aware of where you are and what you don't want, then you can't get to it and it can't get to you. You cannot rendezvous with what you want when what's most active in your vibration is your awareness of what you don't want. Some say, well, that's a little tricky, because when I know what I don't want, because I'm living what I don't want, shouldn't someone just give me what I do want so I can feel better? And we say, you've been trying to get that for a very long time, and it is not working out that well. In other words, when you demand that the universe give you something that you are vibrationally not a match to, it's not going to happen. You have to make the match. You have to move your energy. You have to train your thought vibration into a new place. You have to tell a new story. You have to find ways of describing what you do want so vividly and so often that what you do want becomes an active, chronic vibration within you. And when that happens, it has to manifest. It cannot be otherwise. This is something that most of our physical friends have a hard time wrapping their thoughts around, because you are so physically oriented. You are so accustomed to looking at the knock on wood, what I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, aspects of your environment, that you miss sometimes altogether the fact that you are, and everything else is, and everyone else is, a vibrational being. Everything is vibrational. And so when these rockets of desires emanate from you, leading edge creators out here on the leading edge of thought, when those rockets of desires emanate from you, source receives them and becomes them, and a vibrational vortex of creation is assembled. We're not kidding you. It must happen. It always happens before there is ever any physical manifestation. When you try to tell the story of how your earth came to be, You're not even close to understanding that everything is vibrational first. Everything is thought, focused thought. And when focused thought is held longer, it becomes form. It becomes the material, manifestational world that you know. So when we speak to you today, all day, and we will, about these rockets of desire and about this vibrational vortex of creation that is assembling on your behalf, we want you to understand that this is not some airy-fairy metaphysical talk of some dead person who understands vibration and is trying to make some fairy tale to make it easier for you to understand the concept of it. This vortex, this vibrational vortex, is a reality that is the precursor of everything that you know to be reality. It's not something to be sloughed off. It is vivid and real. What you are asking for has been answered and is done. And all cooperative components have been vibrationally assembled. The question that you really want to ask yourself, am I, in my physical body, having banged around and having known what I don't want and having asked and asked and asked and asked, and now source and non-physical and law of attraction have assembled all cooperative components. Am I a cooperative component? Am I in a vibrational stance that this vortex can take me in and show me the answer, show me the answers to my questions and the solutions to my problems, show me the manifestations to what I have carved out of my life experience? And the answer is held in the way you feel in any moment in time. If you are full of love, you're in the vortex. You're in the vortex and you are seeing the obvious unfolding. The next logical step just keeps showing up for you. You're in the right place at the right time. You rendezvous with the right people. You're having fun along the way. New ideas keep being born. You never have a moment's doubt. You are knowing who you are. You are feeling the confidence of your being. You are tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're in love with life. You're in love with others. You love yourself. You're thriving in all possible ways. You're in the vortex. But if you're not in the vortex, if you feel fear, you're not anywhere near it. If you feel hate and anger, you're not anywhere near it. If you're overwhelmed, you're not anywhere near it. Well, you're closer, but still not close enough to get in it. When you feel hope now, when you feel hope, you're on the brink of being inside this vibration. When you feel hope, in fact, this vortex of attraction is strong enough that in hope, which has very little resistance in it, the vortex will take you in and show you something so vivid that your hope will move right to belief immediately. And if you can sustain belief, then you can sustain being in the vortex. And when you sustain a period of time of being vibrationally aligned enough that you are allowing yourself, by law of attraction, to be inside this vortex, now things are showing up for you. And people who are watching you, whether they're in the vortex or not, people are noticing big things are happening with you. They say, why are you the lucky one? Why do you always get what you want? Why do things always work out for you? Why do you sing like an angel? Why do you have clarity? Why does your body move in the way that it does? Why is health yours, always yours? Why are you always vital and alive? Why do you feel so good? Why is your humor so on target? Why do people like to be around you so much? Why are you so loving all the time? Why do you feel so much love from others? Why are you always living the best of life? And if you really want to help them out, you'll say, I figured out how to focus myself by paying attention to the way I feel, close enough to my vortex of creation that it takes me in often and shows me the very good life that I have carved out of all that I have lived. So there are two ways that you can tell if you're a match to what you want or if you're a match to what you don't want. If you're a match to the presence of what you want or if you're a match to the absence of what you want. One really obvious way, it's manifesting if you're a match to it. In other words, when you are a match to what you want, it's showing up in your life experience. The other way is you can tell by the way you feel, whether you're moving toward or away from what you are really looking for. We really prefer to teach you about your emotions, which help you to know whether you are lining up with or moving away from what you want, because that's really what you came forth to do as genius creator that you are. You want to mold the clay, the creative clay of this time-space reality. And the way you mold that clay is by molding the energy or the thought vibration through your focus. If you wait until it manifests, We call that post-manifestational awareness. Oh, don't like that. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. It's hard to suck it back, isn't it? Once it's manifested, once it's in your body or not in your bank account, or once your relationship has crumbled or your empire, once you are discordant from what you are wanting to the degree that the discordant has manifested rather than the harmony, you still can turn it around, but it's harder. It's much easier to catch it in the early subtle stages. This universe is managed by the powerful law of attraction. And what that means is when you offer a vibration, what matches it comes to it. So can you even begin to imagine? It's not easy for you from your physical format. What must be amassing around the source energy part of you? The part of you that only focuses upon love and well-being and expansion. Can you imagine what that vortex of creation must be like that is swirling? That's what eternity is based upon. It is physical beings coming forth and exploring and knowing what they don't want, and then more clearly sending a vibrational rocket of desire about what they do want. And when that rocket of desire emanates from you, the source part of you receives that rocket and becomes it vibrationally and literally, and holds steady to that newly amended asking eternally. And when that occurs, law of attraction then begins to amass all compatible components. So hear this. So here you are, billions of you, banging around together, knowing what you don't want, sending out rockets of what you do want. So let's say your planet's in a bit of upheaval, maybe economic, which causes you to ask for more stability, maybe ecological, which causes you to ask for more stability. Maybe some of the peoples of your planet are warring, making you ask for more harmony. So as you are asking, billions of you, for more stability, for more well-being, for more harmony, the source energy part of you is receiving each and every one of those requests and holding it as the eternal promise of your future. And this is the part that we really, really want you to hear. Law of attraction responding to those requests. Law of attraction responding to that focused, pure asking. Law of attraction's response is causing an assembling of all cooperative components. When you are in this vortex of creation, you are living as you've intended to be. So we want to show you how to get in, and we want to show you how to sustain being there as long as you can. In other words, once you get in, we want you to milk it and stay in. Because the longer you are in there, the more of what you've been asking for can be revealed and received by you. But we do not want to give you the impression that it is your job to always and only be in the vortex. If that were your intention, you would have remained dead like us. If that were your intention, you would have remained only this pure positive energy that's always in the vortex. But you came forth with the intention of sometimes stepping out of the vortex into the contrast to know what you don't want so that you can know what you do want. You just did not one of you ever intend to make a lifetime career of being out of the vortex. You didn't plan on making it a career to be in the step one phase. And step one is ask. And contrast induces the asking. What you did plan was to step out into the real world long enough to see the contrasting elements of it in order to decipher what you want, in order to give birth to what you want. But you intended, every one of you, to then, once you have decided what you want, to then give your undivided attention to what you want. And undivided takes on a whole new meaning here today, doesn't it? Your undivided attention, meaning your attention undivided or same as the attention that the source within you is giving. When you look at someone and you see a flaw in them, you find fault with them, you see them as inappropriate in some way, you step away from who you really are, because the source within you will not do that, not ever, not one time ever. Every particle of negative emotion that you feel is because you have found a vibrational stance or attitude or opinion or mood or belief, an active vibration, that's all that stuff is, an active vibration that disagrees with the active vibration of the source within you. So I'm not enough, Always disagrees because Source knows who you are. You're not enough. Always disagrees because Source knows who you are. You are bad.